decided to make this quick video on the Sealy 12-volt DC heated blanket. So it's a nice product, nice soft blanket. We got a thermal probe in there, so we're getting pretty much on the wire there, almost about 94 degrees on the high setting. Just for testing purposes, we got it going to a 12-volt battery, and 12-volt battery to a cigarette lighter plug, and then powering the thing. But I was just trying to look at the difference between an AC and a DC. I'll tell you this is a 12 amp hour battery, and that battery was 12.6 volts. We measured it on the amp clamp, AC/DC amp clamp. We got 3.52 amps. So the blanket itself is using about 45 watts, 45.35. So if you rounded up that amp usage, 3.52 to 4 amps per hour, with a 12 amp hour battery, you get 3 hours use. Now, what if you didn't use DC and you just went with an AC? If you had that option in your car, you'd be better off if you have the power plug in your car, because most cars have a 10 amp fuse for their power plug if you have one, which means that you're getting 120 volts in a perfect world. And then with the amps in there, a 10 amp fuse, you're probably going to be able to get about 120 watts out of your cigarette lighter. So you would be able to power this with your cigarette lighter. You get the 45 watts this is using, 50 watts. You'll be able to get that out of your cigarette lighter. However, the difference is if you're getting that wattage in AC, where you're plugging in your car, you're actually only using 1/4 of an amp, where with the DC, you're using almost 4 amps. So apples to oranges, if you had a 12 amp hour battery in your car, you could run this blanket on the AC for 48 hours, but on DC, you can only run it for 3 hours. Not to mention, in a car, you have, AGM battery, advanced glass mat, so you're not really supposed to pull those batteries down really low and then charge them up. You can do that with a lithium-ion battery, but you're not supposed to do that with a car battery, because you don't want to have it plugged in and then obviously not be able to start your car or destroy your car battery. So anyway, it's a nice blanket, like the color, soft, and it heats up really quick. And like I said, trying to get this thermal probe squeezed in there to one of the wires just to see what you get on the high setting. So we're getting 101 degrees out of it. So yeah, if you could throw that on there and get 100 degrees for 3 hours, go for it. However, if you have the option to maybe get an inverter and invert from DC to AC power, it would be more efficient. Same thing like mini split systems. You can run them on 240 volts or 120 volts, but you need half the amps. So voltage is just the amount of water. Amps is how fast that water is getting poured on your head, like a Gatorade bottle. So nice product for what it's worth, but what's more efficient, that's up to you.
So I was just about to put this in my car, and I thought I purchased this brand new, and this looks really dirty. I haven't even opened the bag. Let's see how nice it is. Okay. What the hell is that? That's nasty. What the hell? Obviously they've used this.